When a beginner first enters a binary options, he can see only a seemingly random movement of candles. He has no idea what information the graph hides or how to use it, so he usually relies on simple luck, which usually ends up with an empty wallet. When an experienced trader enters a binary option, he sees a predictable, clearly structured pattern of patterns. Some of them may be wrong, some are quite reliable, but today I will show you a pattern that never fails. The chance of a successful prediction with this chart movement is 100%, and you can safely bet even your entire deposit knowing that losing is mathematically impossible. I learned about this pattern 6 years ago from one of the most reputable traders on Wall Street. Since then, I have regularly used it in trading on the world's largest exchanges, earning at least tens of thousands of dollars. Now, I will share my many years of experience with you free of charge. I created a new deposit on the Pocket Option Exchange to show you this strategy. It has exactly $100 on it right now, but I think it will take less than an hour before this amount grows 30 times. That's right, let's see a goal today to earn $3,000 using a pattern. It's called an imbalance, and it's a great magnet for the price. After passing through the imbalance zone, the price tends to reverse, and it is at such moment that we will open a deal. If we delve deeper into the market logic, the imbalance zone appears at times of shortage of one of the players. It can be a shortage of sellers or buyers. In other words, when one part of the market cannot execute transactions in the required volume due to uneven price movements, market algorithms try to balance it out to ensure that buyers and sellers have the same impact on the asset. It may seem complicated, but when you see how easy it works in practice, you will be in a hurry to visit Pocket Option and use this strategy yourself. What does an imbalance look like on a chart? Let's choose a currency pair randomly to see what we should pay attention to. My cursor has come across the British pound, Japanese yen. So let's turn it on. What do we see here? Not so long ago, there was a significant drop in the price, which resulted in several zones of imbalance, and the first one is here. The price reversed from there. As a result, a sideways movement has formed with these boundaries. In general, trading in moments of sideways movement is the most difficult due to the instability and unpredictability of the chart. It requires both experience and knowledge, and every trader must have this skill. Otherwise, they are doomed to bankruptcy because the price is in a state of consolidation 85–90% of the time. That's why my Telegram channel is now publishing a series of posts of the specifics of trading during sideways movement. There you will find all the strategies created for such stock market condition, instruction and subtitles. It's free, and the link to the channel is in the description below this video. Let's go back to the chart. Here we can see a correction to this lower level from which the price will bounce several times. At the moment of contact with the level, an imbalance formed on the chart, which turned the chart around, and then the upward trend began. As a result, we got the imbalance zones here, 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 and here. Later, the price reached the upper level, which caused a new price drop with the formation of new unstable zones. But how can you trade and make money on this? Easy! The strategy is that major exchanges consider imbalance not the norm but rather a bug, some vacuum that needs to be filled. Therefore, you can be sure that the price will quickly return to the same level as the imbalance. Pay attention to these three red candles. We can see there is a gap between the highest and lowest candles. It's called an impulsive movement. Here you have to look closely at the shadows. The area from the upper candle's shadows to the lower candle's shadows is the imbalance. Now that we have found it, we just need to stock up on T and wait for the chart to return to this level. It can happen in a few seconds or take several minutes. Let's be patient and wait. Just look at this. As we predicted, the price has touched the imbalance level again and a reversal is in the works. This is our entry point. We will bet everything. All $100 is the first deal to the downside. And the chart goes down very rapidly. There is no chance of losing. That's the first $92 of profit, but the day has just begun and $3,000 is still far away. We are watching the chart very closely. At any second, the imbalance can happen again. Here he is. Look at that impulsive movement and shadows. Everything is just like in the textbook. A distinct, broad balance. The chart will now describe an arc like this and then move down again. You just need to get the right moment. We predicted everything correctly. The price went up and now it's down. And now we can see the first red candle. We can move down. I'm investing $100 in the downward movement. We will repeat the investment. Everything worked out for us the first time. And now there is virtually no chance of failure. It's amazing. We can see a very rapid downward movement. Although it would seem nothing foresaw such a revolution in the price. Can you imagine how surprised people who don't understand trading are now? Somewhere fists are probably already flying at the monitor. Someone is quarreling or regretting the money they lost, while we are sitting quietly drinking tea and preparing to make a profit. You are lucky to have found my channel. The price fell as we expected, and our $100 magically turns into $192. Well, not magically, but in a mathematically reliable, proven way. I see several entry points here, and I can see how the price will move. Although these points relate to other strategies, and you already know where to find out about them. Today I want to show you the imbalance pattern, and we only place bets when we see it. Sure, it set to me so many opportunities to make money, but don't worry. The imbalance may not appear every few seconds as we would like, but it's still a common phenomenon in the market. And with a little bit of diligence and attention, you can make money only on it, because there is no chance of failure. I repeat, no chance of failure. So, in principle, you may need other strategies because this one can provide full coverage. But I would still advise you to master them. As you can see, sometimes you must wait for imbalance for a long time. And sometimes they are so-called interval planes, where you can sit on the stock exchange even for a whole day without finding the proper pattern. However, if you don't have the time or opportunity to study dozens of strategies and you don't want to wait all the day for an imbalance, it's not clear whether you will be able to notice it right away. I have a solution for you. Every week, our VIP Telegram community hosts a unique trading marathon where we trade live with you, maxing out your deposit up to $5,000. If you are tired of sitting without money and have no knowledge or experience in trading, this is the perfect opportunity for you. All you need to do is follow our steps and you are guaranteed to win. Anyone can join the VIP community and marathon. Follow the link in the description in the pinned comment. While I was talking, something caught my attention. Just look at this, it's gorgeous. Here is our favorite pattern. It's all in our pattern. We wait for the arc to go through, wait for the first red candle, and then open down. This time I will bet $200. It's not that I'm afraid of losing the remaining $66 on our deposit, it's just that I like to back round amounts. It looks prettier and it's easier to calculate the profit. This deal will bring us good money, I feel. My 10 years of experience in trading tell me so. Just look at these red candles. That is a real art. Plus $184, that's a lot. Give me some more. I would like to have more, but we can't rush. We have opened 3 deals before in a row. Now the chart has touched the upper level and reversed its movement. So now we will look for impulsive movement with gaps, not on red candles but on green ones. And we will open deals to the upside. I think we should now expect a new balance and accordingly an increase in our deposit. My intuition never fails me. 3 candles, 3 extremely significant candles with a very long momentum. Usually such an imbalance is followed by a short arc and rapid growth. And fast growth is always good. Fast growth, fast money, remember this. I'm not even going to focus on this point. I'm sure that in a few seconds the price will return to the imbalance level. It has already reached its peak and is now preparing to go down. Let's draw a line. If the price crosses it, we will be ready to invest in the first green candle. It's almost there. Well, it's our moment. Another $200 to go. Don't waste a second, just take a look. This is not an airplane or a rocket. It's our price has risen and it won't land. Our $200 brought us $184 net profit. And look at what's happening to the chart. I looked at it closely and I don't see any reason why the price movement should stop. Never do that because it's risky, but I can afford it. I will bet $100 on the price going up. I'm sure the price will slow down, but not immediately. So we can make a few tens of dollars more on this deal. So do you think I can do it? The price continues to move up. The last candle was a little shorter. The upper movement is coming to an end. But the candles will not start dropping sharply now. So we may not make any incredible money, but we have nothing to fear in this deal. It's few seconds to the end of the deal. The first price falling, but they don't threaten us. Plus $92. Not a lot, but better than if we just sat and waited for the next imbalance. And even such a tiny amount is another step toward the $3,000 we need to earn today. The climb up was very rapid. We pulled every dollar we could out of it. The price has now reached the top level and it has already started to move downward. Take a look at this. What do we have here? It looks like an imbalance. The same impulse movement, gap, shadows, but this is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Never trade with this pattern. Why? To develop your trading intuition. I highly recommend you pause this video and reflect on it yourself. Did you notice what the problem is? The chart tends to move downward and falls from the upper boundary to the lower one. And the candles I showed you are green, oriented towards growth. What will the chart look like now? I have no idea. An imbalance opposite to the trend is just a market cataclysm. After that, it seems that the chart's movement is determined by a random number generator. Even experienced traders cannot predict what will happen on the market in the next few minutes. A real swing, the price goes up and down. When will the situation return to normal? In most cases, the price regulates itself when it hits one of the levels fluctuating earlier during this frantic movement. After that, the price bounces back like a ricochet and moves steadily from line to line. We could make our lives easier and change currency pairs. In most cases, this would be a rational action. But right now, we will stay where we are. Firstly, we don't want to jump between currencies in the middle of the entry, and secondly, the price has just almost hit a level, and the short and chaotic candles are being pulled out, which indicates a gradual calming of the cost. Although nothing can be said definitely here, I expect the chart to normalize now. I will wait another 5 minutes and we will change the currency pair if nothing changes. It took about 2 minutes and the chart finally hit the lower level. It means it has an upward trend. All that was left was to watch the candles and find the green one. This time we will play for more money. As soon as the first green candle appears, we will immediately open a deal for $500. I have waited long enough for the chart to normalize and I need to catch up with the plan. I'm ready to press the green button. If I'm right, and I'm right, the next minute will bring us about $1,000. Green light, here we go. We don't have to worry about anything. The money is already in our pocket. The chart continues to grow. We are 5 seconds away from the end of the deal. And everything seems to be in order. And our $500 turned into $940. This is very encouraging. There are big deals ahead, in which we will invest $1,000 each. The nearest to imbalance zone will undoubtedly triple our deposit. We just have to wait for them. Very often, experienced traders use several monitors to avoid waiting too long. That allows you to track several currency pairs simultaneously and thus find a pattern more often. But I wouldn't recommend it while you are just a beginner and learning. You may not be able to notice the imbalance even on one pair. You often won't know where to look and may miss them. What can we say about several? You don't need to rush into anything. I always say that the money will not run away from you. And if you rush, you will always have time to lose it. Stay calm and always sit down to trade with a cool head. Look at this, that is another point where many of you would get burned. It looks like our case. And it is. Everything is there. The momentum, the gap, and the color of the candles are all right. But look at this gap between the lower shadow of the top candle and the upper, lower one. Would you be willing to bet $1,000, a sum most people cannot earn in a month of hard work, on these few millimeters? You do what you want with your money, but I will save mine for something more convincing, so-called internal balance. Trusting such patterns is very expensive. The chance of success here is between 40 and 55%, and it is true. We can see that this pattern had no impact on the chart. No arc appeared, so the price just continued to move down. Well, finally here we have our $1,000. Perfect balance and perfect gap. The arc here should be short. We can open a deal in a minute. The price is back. We are waiting for the green candle. Here we go. We put $1,000 on the line. The charts are rising again. They will reach the upper limit at the end of the deal and reverse again. All we have to do is watch the green candles. Plus $920, not bad, very not bad. I would even say luxurious. As I predicted, the chart is close to the upper limit. We will finish today's deal on a downward sloping chart, but there is not much difference here. You only need to avoid falling for the trend reversal and you can rest. Here he is, the hero of today. These 3 candles will bring us $3,000 today. I suspect even more. Just look at the gap. We have already seen this today, but on a rising chart. The arc will now be short and the profit will be long. The chart has already moved down slightly and now it will return to the imbalance zone. That's it. It's here. All that's left is to wait for red candle. I didn't even have time to speak, but here it is. Let's enter the deal. I feel like I'm commentating on a football match. Emotions are not left here. There are 10 seconds left until the end of the deal. Success! $920 in profits. I will have to call 911 soon, because I think there is something morally wrong with making money in a few minutes that others spent months of hard work to make. We have coped with a task.
We have almost $3,000
in our account now. I feel like ordering champagne and celebrating, but before I do, I want to remind you that this money is not luck, it's not fraud, it's math. Every action I took today was precise and confident, and that's why I was successful. If you want to do the same, you only need to subscribe to the channel, watch other videos, and join our Telegram community, where you will find all the necessary information. And that's all. See you at my Telegram community.